a lot of different reasons. You've been on the road.
I have.
Teaching. I mean, this last weekend you spoke, 17 times?
Yeah, 7. It was like, the biggie was like 14 times in 3 days.
Yeah.
That was the biggie. But it ended up 17 times over 5 days. So
yeah.
Saturday I only spoke once, so that was kind of a down day. But that was a special day, kind of great, because high school young lady that was at the house that I was staying at, she invited her friends after being in the school for 3 days, and she had like almost, I think it was at least 20, but it was right in that range there.
Yeah.
20 folks that came over, and really encouraging.
So they wanted to come back for more.
Yeah, and Candace, is crazy. I don't know if I told you this, but I was so discouraged. I think I talked to you.
Yeah,
I think
you
I talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was super discouraged. The first 3 days, man, I'm telling you, I was discouraged. Because the high school kids, the junior, middle school, oh my goodness, they were in.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even get through half of my first talk. They were asking so many questions. It was really good. But the high schoolers, oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pouring, man, and it was like ice statues. It was just, and I was like, this is not good. And so on the third day, it was very interesting that I had a number of the students that were starting to come up and talk with me in between. They still wouldn't really participate in the meetings.
Yeah.
But I had a couple of them that said, "Hey, we may not be talking in here, but there's conversations going on in between classes. This is getting us going." Cool. So that was good. And then to me, the proof was in the pudding when this sophomore young lady invites friends over, and 20 of them come over to spend a Saturday evening.
Yeah.
To just dig some more. That was super encouraging.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. And before that, I mean, you were in Sarasota,
yeah.
Sorry, doing at another school.
Another school, yeah.
So
that was encouraging too, man. It's been an awesome month.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from nothing to this month on the road.
Yeah.
So it was really encouraging. 2 schools so far, and again, just the responses from the students is so encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, just seeing again the hunger of people,
mm-hmm.
and it solidified in my mind. We did the bus trip. We did the DeBunked
mm-hmm.
detour, and that was the first thing. That's why I wasn't here. We weren't here the week before
right.
that. And that one was unbelievable. We spoke to over 2,000 people. I know I've given this in other places, but for those of you that haven't seen those snippets, we spoke to over 2,000 people in that week. Over 160 came out, and Bill Jack trained them, and he did such a good job.
Yeah.
Phenomenal job. And then
I think that's one of the things from feedback we've gotten from people. They've said over and over, "Wow, Bill Jack was so great. Bill Jack was so great." So thank you, Bill, if you're watching.
Amen, Bill. Thank you, brother. Look them up. WorldviewAcademy.org,
mm-hmm.
I think, is their website. WorldviewAcademy.org.
Yeah.
Bill's a guy that I have loved for a long, long time. And so 160 came and got trained.
Mm-hmm.
About 134 of those, I think it was 134, but it was right in that, don't count me on numbers. I could be off 1 or 2. I'm not giving evangelical numbers, put it like that. These are conservative numbers. 134 of them came out and actually went to public parks,
mm-hmm.
came to college campuses, went to
Walmart parking lot. Yeah.
Awesome. And we had 14 people that we know of that made professions of faith, and so it was a super week. So that's why we didn't do one 3 weeks ago. Then I was in Sarasota the next week. Then I was in Statesville last week, and this week I'm actually here. So
well, no, you're gone.
Well, here now, but yeah, I'm going again this week in Grand Rapids. So, but at least I'm here for the update.
Yeah, for sure. And then coming up, you have another thing happening in Chicago, so you're definitely staying busy.
Yeah, this month is a biggie, and Grand Rapids, boy, I got to put a shout out there. Mm-hmm. Contact us if you want to come and be a part of this. We need to know, because this is a special thing. We've got a dear friend up there that she's got a barn, and it's not really a barn, but it's kind of a barn. You would call it a barn. That she's been when everything went crazy and churches weren't meeting. She said, "Hey, you want to meet? Come on over."
Yeah.
And so she's got like 80 folk that show up there on a Saturday night, and we're coming together, going to have a good time. And you'd be welcome to come, but please let me know so that we can tell you where it is. We're not broadcasting this one.
Right.
This is more of we need to kind of know so that we can monitor the numbers, sort of a thing.
Send us a message or place a comment or something. But
that's Grand Rapids, and we're going to have the bus there.
Yeah, the bus is going to be there. So, and then October the 3rd,
yes,
we're having a very special event, and we hope that you will join us. We hope you will invite your friends. We hope you will make an event of it, essentially. But it's our first ever virtual fundraising gala.
Big word.
DeBunked Gala.
Cool word, not big word. Cool word. Look, man, we're going to try and raise funds to be able to make more debunked videos, the debunked TV, and put the bus on the road. I want the bus on the road at least after this last week. I think we need to be out there at least twice a year. I really do. It's just the responses that we got. It's like, gosh, we have to be out here. This need an eye to eye. You know, I understand COVID, face mask, and now we got one presidential candidate saying the first day one when he gets in, if he gets in, it's going to be mandatory face mask, and it's going to get even more. That's all right. If I got to go out and wear a face mask to talk to somebody, we still need to be out there talking to somebody.
Absolutely.
But don't let that keep you from going out and engaging with people, because there's a huge need right now for people to know that we're going to be okay.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things you even saw, at least from what I heard, was that people were willing to talk. They wanted to talk. They wanted hope. They wanted something. And so don't be deceived that, you know, it just seems like there's so much negativity, but people really, truly want hope. And so hopefully that's something that you can share, that we can share. And if you don't know how to, come with us and be part of the training. And so
that was there were just a couple of instances that just showed me how important that mentorship / training component is. And not only that, the companionship, somebody being there arm in arm with you, because I got to tell this story. I'll tell the Kentucky one, man. Pastor Britt's a dear friend. We go way back to the beginning of this ministry, actually before, but met him before we started Reasons for Hope. But he's been a long time friend, and so we went there and we did some training there, and it was so funny. I said, so where are we going to go do the witness, and where are we going to take people after we do the training? He said, Carl, if you want to reach people in Harlan County, Kentucky, you got to go to the Walmart parking lot. And I was like, I said, man, that's a private place, so they could actually throw us out, you know. They don't have to let us in. And he laughs at me. He says, the assistant manager, he goes to my church, we're in. And so we got there, did the training, we went down there, and there was just one young lady. I've told this story a couple, 3 times, and if you've heard it, forgive me for the repeat, but it just touches my heart so much. This young lady, we didn't know anything that I'm going to tell you until afterwards. But up until this point, we just saw her. She came out with us. We went in the parking lot, and she was chasing people down to put literature in their hand and share the gospel with them. And it was so encouraging. So Bill was actually joking with her when we got done. He's like, Anna, man, you were chasing those people down. And she was chasing them down. And she's shy, and she looks down. She goes, but that's because her legs were so long and mine were short. I had to run to keep up. And so we laughed about it. And then we were driving, coming back, and 30, 40 minutes into the trip, I get this message from Anna's mom, and she just explained to me, thank you for coming over. I know it was out of the way. I know whatever, but she said, you didn't know this, but Anna was nearly in tears during the training because she was so afraid to go out and share. She's never done that, and so we told her, don't worry, you don't have to talk to anybody. We're going to be in teams of 3, so you're just with the other person, and you pray while the other person is talking and handing the material out. Yeah. And she said, but then we see her. We didn't see her just standing in prayer. We see her chasing people down, right? So she said, the mom said she got so excited about this. She's so encouraged that she's going to the youth pastor saying, we need to go do this again. And so here we are. I know my feeling. I'm not good with initiating conversations. I really am not. If I'm in a team of 3 and we've got one good initiator, and then it gets to a stage where I can come in and do boom, that's where I feel really comfortable. Let's get in. But to initiate, I don't do very well. And that's the body of Christ. I saw this. She was afraid, but she saw somebody do it, then she did it, and then all of a sudden she just blossomed, man. And if you're afraid to do it, get with somebody who's not. Yeah. Use their gifts to enhance your gifts. I mean, that's what I love about Reasons for Hope. Yeah. I mean, quite frankly, when I look at the team that we have assembled, Oh my goodness, her gifts are totally different from my gifts, which are totally different from Wade's gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
Yeah.
different, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Wade's gifts. So build that team around you of brothers and sisters in the Lord who have that mission, even though maybe they can't do this or do this. Well, but when you bring those three together, good things can happen, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So we kind of got on a tangent there.
Sorry, that's me. I am a tangent guy.
But October 3, we
October
do
3rd.
really want you to come. We want to be able to share more about Debunked, more about Detour. We have some special guests we're excited to have with us. So please, 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 you can register for free at getdebunked.org, and you'll see the link for the Gala 2020 on there. So
And you will see the brand spanking new Debunked, which we saw for the first time yesterday.
I actually showed my kids today.
Okay.
I was like, this
good.
is like, it's not really fully almost done.
Yeah.
There was no music yet, but I was like, it's so good, I gotta show them. So
the ear candy's not there, little sound effects,
Yep.
and all that sort of thing that really makes a big difference. But the message and the video is all done. And I told Bob, I just broke out in like this huge grin. I was like, what? I can't believe that we are literally producing these things at that level. That's one of the reasons we have to do this fundraiser, because we have the team. We absolutely have the team now. We have the animators in place. We have the writers in place. We have the voice in place. Everything is in place to make this thing just go. So it's like, but we need the funds. And so we're going to have to ask folks to do it. So if you would, October 3rd, join us and hear what we're doing, where we're going, and see if you don't want to join us for the ride.
Absolutely. And what I like, and you guys are going to get to see it soon, but what I loved about the new Debunked coming out, it was literally like sitting down and watching you speak, and in 4 minutes though. And obviously you add a lot more meat and everything to it, but I was like, you get the gist of the idea. And
you got the core message.
Yeah, you got the core message.
That's exactly what I said. I said, this is it. I can play this 4-minute video, and thanks for
you
bringing us out.
yourself out of a job.
I mean, there's other things like Candace said that we go into, but just for a core
it will get people
challenge.
to think.
Yeah, absolutely. It is absolutely there, and it's amazing to see.
So come see it premiere October 3rd at the Debunked Gala.
Yes.
And then you wanted to highlight Threads of Hope today.
Hey, I want to Threads of Hope. That's a ministry that we've talked about a lot. These are their gospel bracelets, and I want to just encourage you. That's a neat noise. Don't know
it
what it is.
wasn't me for once.
I don't know what it is. Sounds like egg time or something. I don't have any eggs cooking down here. But it's a ministry that we spotlighted, talked about many times because I love them. And threadsofhope.com. And I think you don't have, you used to have to put like /PH.
Not anymore, I don't think.
But I don't think you have to do that anymore. But if you don't find Threads of Hope, and they show a bunch of wristbands on there, Ministry in the Philippines, just do a search, Threads of Hope, and Dave's going to bless us, man. He'll put that link down there for us.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the comments.
But
so.
I lift them up to you because COVID has hurt everybody. We've been hit. Everybody's been hit. And so have they. And one of the big things that hurts them is that the fact that none of the big concerts and conferences and fairs and all those sort of things where they take these out and sell them, that generates the revenue to buy the wristbands in the villages, none of those are happening. So he literally has in his garage up there $9 million. If you were to do the value of these, $9 million were the wristbands that haven't been moved. And so that means that their resources, he did something very smart. He had enough in the bank that they could go 6 months to pay the workers if they never sold another wristband. Well, guys, we're getting on that. You know what I'm saying? COVID has been going now for 7-8 months.
Yeah.
And so I would honestly ask you to consider getting some wristbands, do the fundraiser thing from them. The gospel ones you can get to sell if you want to sell them. But if you promise to give them away, they give you a special price on them. Just ask them about that. But their other ones are they're beautiful.
Yeah,
they're just
they're
really
nice.
cool designs.
Yeah.
And they sell them to you for $1. You sell them for $2. And then you're helping them. You're blessing some people. in the Philippines, and you're getting something really cool out of it as well.
Yeah.
So please check them out. I encourage you to help them because I love them. I do. I love them.
Their story is cool because actually they've started a church now there.
Oh,
they
man.
have a pastor, and the church is actually supporting the pastor now. And so their story is much bigger than a wrist bracelet that you wear on your wrist. So
absolutely. It is absolutely worthy of your support, and so I will strongly plug them. You know, we were so blessed. I lost count. How many people are in this fundraising gala for us? At least 6 different ministries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At least 6 different ministries have put a plug out like I'm doing for them, for us.
Yeah.
I'm humbled by that. And so I want to also make sure that we're not always the people that are just, hey, give me.
Yeah.
There's some great ministries out there. And if what we're doing isn't really going to be the passion of your heart and get you fired up and moving to do something, maybe they are. threadsofhope.com. Check them out. They're worthy of it.
Absolutely. Anything else? How can we pray for Reasons for Hope coming out?
Pray for Wade, our CEO, and his wife. They both have COVID.
Yeah.
So this ministry is being impacted as well. They both have COVID, so it's not just impacting the speaking side, it's impacting the personnel side.
Yeah.
And Wade is, neither of them have had to go to the hospital, so please pray for them. Pray for Pastor Frank. He is a pastor in Hawaii. And the restrictions that have been placed on the churches in Hawaii are just unbelievable. Yeah. And so the church in Hawaii is taking a major shot right now. Yeah. I think he said 34% of the churches are gone because they used to meet in school buildings because it's so expensive over there. They didn't have an actual building to meet in, so they met in schools. Yeah. Well, that's all gone. And so fortunately, Pastor Frank, they have a building and everything, but people don't have jobs. It's like 40%.
Yeah, it's over 40% unemployment right now.
So it's like, hey man, pray for them. Pray for our dear brothers and sisters in Hawaii. Pastor Frank's church specifically. There's others, but and Pastor Daryl, another friend of ours that has us speak every time we're over there. They're in the midst of a battle as well as legal battles because all this stuff is crazy, man. Yeah. Look, Satan isn't sitting at home. We shouldn't be sitting at home either. We need to be engaged in the culture. Not arguing, not fighting, not protesting, burning. No, loving people. Yeah. Loving them enough to talk to them and share the truth. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your continued prayers, your support. We would not be here without you. Amen. So, have a good week.
Yep.
And
Stay bold.
See ya. Adios.